right, my name is Chris Arias. I am 37 years old. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I am a sportsbook manager. So going into a game like this, it's going to be my first time playing a live action version of this. And normally when you play games that are similar to, say, your Survivors or Big Brothers, you go in kind of having a plan, kind of like having an understanding of what the meta is going to be. So you go in with these preconceived notions of, okay, this is how you're supposed to play. This is how you are supposed to move on and advance. You have to make the moves in this, and this way because that's what's established as what gets you ahead. But a game like Resilience, who knows what it could be? I mean, this might be a game where it's less about having a big alliance to protect yourself and more about just kind of outright just outlasting other people. Just recently I played a variant of Survivor where that was in fact the meta, where having a big alliance didn't really do much to help you, but being able to just like stick through it and stand under pressure, that's what moved you forward. So I'm hoping that it's something similar to that, or at least maybe the meta devolves into something different, because it is probably going to be a lot of online people playing in real life for the first time, and tells and strategies that you might have on your keyboard don't necessarily translate when you're face to face, because you're not aware of what tells you might be signaling off that you may not necessarily have to worry about in front of a monitor. So in Survivor, there are three pillars that I think most people would agree are the core to the game. You have the strategic, you have the social, and you have the challenges. And you have to have at least a little bit of depth in at least one of those. Now, strategic can be helpful when it comes to being cunning and planning, and generally just trying to navigate your way through the game. But you can't really have that without having the social, because we've seen plenty of people play these games both in the show and on the internet, where they have the perfect strategy, they have everything mapped out, they take that perfect roadmap, everything goes their way, and they get to the end and lose 5 to 4 to 1, and it's brutal. And the social aspect is, I think, the most important one out of the three, because these are social games. You're navigating these social contracts every time you go to a vote with these people. You don't know how much you have to leverage, and what you do is going to have repercussions the next time around. You have to really think about every decision you make, and even just who you socialize with can really affect your standing in the game. If someone's already been kind of decided by everyone else as a pariah, you might feel bad and want to go talk to that person, and that's a normal human reaction to that. But the moment you do, other people, they may not view it as you're just being a general good person. They might view it as, oh, he's trying to get votes. Oh, he's being manipulative. Oh, he's just trying to pull in people for his alliance. We need to nip that in the bud. So it's careful, because you have to learn when not to be social too. It's not an easy move to make. And then the challenges. I mean, sometimes the only way to secure your safety is through challenges. And also challenges can also affect how people perceive you. Sometimes you need to throw a few challenges or act bad in challenges, so this way people might underestimate you later on. For example, like, I played a game that was like modeled after summer camp, and we had all these challenges, and I was so bad at them, everyone was convinced I was throwing them. To the point where I got deathmatched 2 times and luckily survived both times. And ironically enough, it was my social play. There was a twist at the end of the season where all the people that were eliminated, they could choose one of the final 3 people to team up with and try and boost their chances. And I actually wound up getting 5 people to help me out and taking first place at the end after losing every challenge beforehand. Yeah, it was a great feeling. And I would have to say, when it comes to real life, I might actually be better at challenges than I would be in front of a keyboard, because I played baseball and I wrestled in high school. I have pretty good hand-eye coordination. and pretty good dexterity. So I hope like that would come to something. My grip strength leaves a lot to be desired. But if there's also like live puzzles, I think I'd do pretty well in that. So hopefully leading into my social and challenge prowess would be enough to get me through the game.